Hello, once again, everyone. It's time again for the SMC Journal. This is the show where we talk about everything IT and technology related. I'm Scott Moore, your host. Thank you for joining me today. Sometimes people wonder why their videos on YouTube aren't being looked at. And even when they sponsor those videos with ads and try to increase the visibility, they're still limited sometimes. And it may be for things that aren't quite obvious, as was the case with something that happened to me recently. I post videos on YouTube all the time, and I've grown an audience to over 250,000 subscribers. However, it hasn't been because there haven't been roadblocks to me. It's been very difficult to do that, and it's been 4 to 5 years of constant effort to try to figure out this tricky YouTube algorithm and making it work for you instead of against you. And sometimes I have felt like, wow, my content seems to be like purposely not being seen. What could be the reason for that? Well, today I want to tell you about one specific incident that it took me a little bit of investigation, but I found out, and maybe it'll help you avoid this situation. I posted a video like I have done hundreds of times and put the appropriate title, descriptions, all the things that you would normally do to tell YouTube this is what the video is about. And it was not my usual topic because I talk a lot about testing, performance testing, quality assurance. Well, we were talking about AI, and I wondered why this particular video, as I released it, just wasn't getting any views. And I decided to actually promote the video on YouTube using the promote feature. And this taps into Google Ads indirectly. So you have to have a Google Ads account to be able to promote these videos. However, when you go into Google Ads, it's not necessarily situation where you're going to immediately see a campaign that matches that particular video because you typically, at least for me, I've only found to be able to get into this through the YouTube interface, the YouTube application itself, and I stay out of Google Ads like 99% of the time. However, when I was going through the content and noticing the lack of views on this particular video, I looked at the promotion and it said limited. Now, I've never seen that before, and that kind of struck me as strange. So I did what any normal person would do. I contacted Google through the YouTube interface and said, "What's up, guys? What's going on with my video? Why is it limited?" When I click on the drop down, it says that it's limited because of some forbidden words or phrases, and it wasn't very specific. So I contacted support on YouTube through a chat and I asked them what was going on. They said, "We'll look at it. Oh, you know what? This is a promotion that's limited. We need you to talk to the Google Ads people because it's not really YouTube that's causing the problem. It's the Google Ads piece that is promoting this video on YouTube." Well, to me, I don't really care about that as a user. I just want somebody to help me fix my problem. I don't care that it's not your issue, YouTube. You belong to Google, so why can't you help me fix the problem? The first thing you're going to run into is when you start dealing with Google and YouTube. They have different divisions. They don't necessarily talk as well as they should. They do this kind of thing to you and point back and forth. It says they should help you. They should help you. That I know that's very, very frustrating. You have to be persistent with Google in order to get some kind of a response. So I went through the exact channels they recommended. Eventually, I was able to contact somebody on the Google Ads side and start a support ticket, which started an email process. Now, again, Google being one of the largest companies in the entire world, you would think that they would have a handle on support by now. They've been around forever. And because they have so much money and so much budget, you would think they would put some of that money into making their support systems and their communications easier to do. But it's almost like you feel like there's this company that's just sort of running itself, and there might be one or two people pulling some levers back behind, like the Wizard of Oz, making all of this thing work. But no, when you get time to get help, those systems seem to be lacking behind. They look like they were built in 20 years ago to me. That's a side complaint. Let's get back to the problem at hand. When I finally got an initial answer from Google Ads through email support, they stated that they had reviewed the video as well, and they couldn't figure out why it was being limited other than the fact that I was using a forbidden pharmacy or medical term on my website. Now remember, I'm not even thinking about my website, I'm thinking about the video at hand. So because you are promoting this video and it has to do with Google Ads, they not only look at the video itself, but they look at the website that you might be referencing, say in your description, like, hey, if you like this content, check out my webpage at www whatever. That algorithm actually looks at your website as well, and it looks for phrases. In my case, I have a sponsor called, and the name of the company is Tricentis. They make a product called Testim, Testim. This is short for testing software. It is a functional automation software product that's very well known in the market, and it's been around for a while. And it was actually part of an acquisition that happened a couple of years ago. Tricentis bought the company called Testim.io. I was not aware that there is also another product on the market called Testim, and it is a testosterone cream that is used to provide hormone replacement therapy. So there is a medical prescription medication term that is associated with this word Testim. What's funny about that is that I have actually had sponsored videos on my channel in the past that were specifically sponsored by Testim, and it had Testim in the video title, it had it in the description, and that's been the case for over a year now, and I've never had any video ever limited. This particular video that was limited was not about Testim at all, and I don't think it even had the word Testim in the captions or the description or the title. It was about AI. And I think the only mention of anything to do with healthcare in the, because I went through the captions, I actually read through all of the words, and I think we might have said in the future AI might be used to help people stay healthier. That was the extent of it. So a lot of this stuff really, I know it doesn't make sense, but what I think, if you're running into an issue with limited or forbidden phrases, don't just think about the captions in your video, the descriptions and the titles. Also look at what you have on your website. If their algorithm thinks that you're trying to redirect them to something like a Cialis or a Viagra or something, because testosterone is associated with those things as well, you're getting into a territory where there is a lot of bad stuff out there that redirects people. I mean, shady sites selling illegal drugs and things of that nature. So you don't want that as part of anything you're associated with. I really feel bad about this in multiple ways, because my sponsor has had to deal with this for probably 4 or 5 years, going back and forth with Google saying, we're not in the medical industry, we're in the software testing industry. But it would be very expensive to change the name of their product. So to shorten this video, make sure that when you're posting a video, if you're referencing anything in any of your other videos, not just the video you're on, where it goes to your website, and there can be anything in your website that can be misconstrued as something other than what it's not, and especially an area where YouTube and Google Ads, there's a line that they have and they will not let you cross it. But I do understand the fact that Google is doing this at scale, so they have to have some mechanism that is automated, because there's just not enough humans to traffic the amount of ads, the amount of videos that appear on YouTube every minute of the day around the world. So I totally get it, but there is sort of like, it seems like there's somebody back there just trying to make your life miserable. I get it, but they're truly not. So the next time you run up against this, look at your website, look at specific phrases, then see if there's anything that could be related to that. But also check your video as well. There is a way that if you haven't created captions for your videos, there's an easy way that you can go to a website and put your video URL in, and it will pull down all of the captions so that you can read everything that's in there. I would even suggest like taking those captions and putting it into something like ChatGPT and saying, is there anything in here that could be a violation, any kind of phrase or anything that needs to be changed? You will eventually get an answer from Google, but it's going to take longer than you want it to. So just keep that in mind. I hope that this has helped some of you get more views and avoid any kind of limitation on your ads or the views that you get on YouTube. If you thought that this was helpful, it would be great if you contacted me and let me know, or just leave a comment down below in the video. You can reach me through many means. I'm on social media all the time, and if you scan that QR code, you can find out all the ways and how you can get in touch with me. I'm also available by email through heyscott@smcjournal.com, and would love to hear from you. If you like this kind of content, But you can always subscribe to my YouTube channel, like the video, and keep in touch with me and let me know what other kind of shows that you would like to see. For this episode of the SMC Journal, this is Scott Moore, thanking you again for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye bye.